Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to beer review number 200. I don't know if 200 beer reviews is a cool thing or not, but it feels, I don't know, pretty cool, I guess, to do 200 of these reviews on YouTube. I know it's kind of small potatoes compared to a lot of the reviewers who, you know, have been reviewing beers for years on YouTube. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed doing this. So, and I thank all of you guys who who watch the video, watch the videos, watch the reviews, care what I have to say about beer. It's kind of mind blowing that anybody really cares. I mean, I watch other people too, and it's just weird to me that we all watch each other and kind of see what everyone thinks about beer. But it's been fun. Really good time doing this. I've met a lot of awesome people. I've conversed with a lot of you. I've met some awesome friends. So who knew the BeerTube community, as they call it, was so awesome. So yeah, in honor of 200 beer reviews, I figured we would do a special beer. And what better than to go back to Treehouse Brewing in Munson, Massachusetts and check out the Very Green. And I love this label. This right here, let's see if it'll just sit on top of my laptop. It reminds me, and I don't know why my shit camera won't focus on that. It reminds me of a tattoo outline that's getting ready to get filled in. So I love the way that looks. Which, by the way, does anybody have a Treehouse tattoo yet? I'm surprised that hasn't happened. Yeah, 8.3% double IPA from Treehouse. If you guys know, if you watch my reviews, Green was the first Treehouse beer I ever had, and it's still to this day my favorite IPA. There is not a better IPA for my money on the planet than Green. I will argue that day and night. But yeah, Treehouse does Very Green, which I guess is a imperial version of Green. Green is 7, I think Green's 7.5%, and this is 8.3%. So just, it's not like crazy, like kicked up, I don't think, but yeah, they brewed this and canned it, and I was fortunate enough to get my hands on a can. So this was canned on January the 14th. Today is January 29th. So we're right a little over 2 weeks old. I've said tons of times in all my Treehouse reviews that I prefer my Treehouse hoppy beers with between 3 and 4 weeks. I mean, this isn't quite to 3 weeks yet, but I wanted to drink it. I just kind of feel I've had so many Treehouse beers now that the fresher they are for me, they're just harsh and kind of, I don't know, I think the longer they sit in a can, and I'm not saying like longer, like cellar them for, 4 or 5 months, but I just, like week-old Treehouse, it's so much different than, 3-4 week old Treehouse. It's just, it kind of gives it time to mellow out in the can for me, for my money. There's plenty of people who will say, they like, day old. I've never had same day Treehouse before, but I prefer mine with some time on it. 3 to 4 weeks for me is perfect. I love that. So yeah. Is there anything else to say about this? I don't think so. I'm really excited to check this out. I think there's 2 reviews so far. Nick from What Cheers reviewed this, and Nathan from Behind the Bar reviewed it. And I watched both of those I think they did them last week, 2 weeks ago almost. They did them pretty fresh. So if you have not checked those reviews out, please do so. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've already watched that. But wow, I can smell it already. I did share a growler of this with my brother-in-law last weekend during the Patriots-Broncos AFC Championship game, which did not end up, that's not going to focus either. It is fucking insane what is just hitting me in the face right now with this aroma. But truth be told, I was so distracted by the game. It was probably a dumb time to open that because I didn't really sit and enjoy it. I was so into the game and so worried about what was going on that I was drinking it and not really paying attention to it, which sounds crazy, but I'm just looking forward to sitting down with this can and checking it out. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Yeah, it looks like Green. It pours like pineapple juice. It looks exactly like Green does in the glass. It just looks freaking amazing. Gosh, these beers, that is what a perfect beer smells like. And the glass is probably, 3 feet away from me, and I can still smell this beer. This is insane what this smells like. But yeah, there's about a finger of bright white head. There's already glass lacing being left. But yeah, if you've had Green, it's exactly what Green looks like. I say it all the time. Treehouse is so consistent with the way their beers look. I mean, look at that. You cannot see anything through that. It is straight up opaque. It is juice. It is pineapple juice looking. So Like I said, I could smell that as soon as I can smell it from here. It's crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and shove my fat nose in it and see what we can do. Yeah, it's so much tropical fruit, and it's herbaceous, and I mean it smells like green. It just smells just a little, I don't know, it's just super pungent. But yeah, it's oranges and it's pineapples and it's mangoes. It's so much tropical fruit. It's like cutting into fruit. It's crazy. Just like really, really ripe fruit. This beer is so aromatic, just like green is, just ridiculously aromatic. You've got that dank thing going. It's got the herbaceous, the basil thing, just like green. It's got the whole fruit stripe bubblegum thing going on. It does. It smells insane, but it reminds me of how green smells. This is a beer that I'm very familiar with as far as what I'm smelling with this aroma. It's so pungent right now, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's the extra, what is it, 0.8% more? I mean, are you putting, I mean, that's just extra malts, right? That's gonna up the alcohol. I don't know if they're putting like way more hops into this, but it just smells like a bigger version of green. It is ridiculous. The aroma on this is insane. So it smells great. Let's go and dig in. I gotta give a big thanks to my buddy Leo for sending this. So Leo, thank you, sir. Thanks to all you guys for watching all these, and cheers to 200 beer reviews. That's fucking stupid. That's so good. I know why green is my favorite beer. This is green, just like, I don't know, it's just green kicked up a notch. It's crazy. It is so tropical, fruity, and dank right now. And that mouthfeel is just perfect. Yeah, it's tropical fruits, it's oranges, it's tangerines, it's pineapples, it's peaches. Super, super fruity. There is a nice bitterness though. This seems a little more, I don't know if it's just because of temperature. It's been sitting out for about 35 minutes before I opened it, but it's been a little bit since I've had green. It seems like it might be just a touch more dank and a touch more bitter. But that just might be, being an 8.3% beer compared to a 7.5. But it's just, this is very reminiscent of green. Much like with King Julius, when you drank, if you guys had King Julius, if you've had Julius, King Julius, it reminded you of Julius, just like that next kind of level. This is the same thing. All the notes from green are in this beer. It's just a little bit more pronounced, I think. But this is insane. This is so good. I will say though, if you didn't get a chance to get your hands on very green and you can get green regularly, just drink green. You'll be plenty happy with it. This is not by any means a completely different beer. I mean, I've had green enough to where, like, if you gave this to me blind, and we might do that video after this, I don't know if you'd really be able to, like, oh yeah, that's very green and this is green. They're very, very similar. But green is my favorite IPA, so this is perfect for me. I mean, with Treehouse beers, I've yet, besides the first batch I ever had of Haze, never tasted alcohol. This is almost 8.5%. There's no alcohol anywhere in the taste of this beer. You obviously don't smell it. It smells like a blender full of fruit juice. The mouth feels creamy. It's just, if you love green, you would love this beer too. And I love green. Green's my favorite beer, so I absolutely love this beer. But I don't think it's anything, it's nothing crazy different from green. It's just like the double IPA version of what green is, and it's perfect. It is, it's insane. It's so balanced though too. That bitterness is there, but it just finishes with all that herbaceous, just tropical, fruity, bubblegummy, citrusy orange, just everything. It's the total package. If you like dank hoppy beers, you would love this beer. So it was a limited release. It's probably trading stupid right now, so if you can't trade for it, just trade for green and you'll be stoked on that, because they're really, really close. But I mean, this for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a Hunnet. This beer is, it's insane. It's green, just like, it's just next level green. So yeah, that's very green. That's 200 beer reviews. That is a sexy, sexy label. I like that a lot. So another Treehouse beer to go in the rainbow of cans right up here. I love those Treehouse cans. I'm almost out of room though, so I don't know how many more cans I'm gonna be able to fit up there. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out for 200 beer reviews. We've gotten a bunch of new subscribers, and I know I say that every video, but it keeps, like, I don't know, it's really fun hanging out with you guys and drinking beer. So if you've had Very Green, let me know what you think. If you're a fan of regular green, post a comment about that too. So, and if you've been around since Beer Review 1, I really appreciate you hanging out for the last 200 of these. So cheers to 200 more. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.